Alright, y'all. You guys already know what time it is. It is officially draft week for the 2021 NBA draft. And today I want to talk about some of the top 10 players and just who these guys remind me of. Player comparisons for the 2021 NBA draft. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's aim for 100+ likes and your boy is getting back active again, man. The plan is to drop 4 to 5 videos this week. I posted a poll a few days ago, so make sure to go ahead and show some love and let me know who you guys think every one of these players reminds you of. The streets is saying this might be the best draft since like 03. And I'm looking at it and we have 3 guys and they can all be some killers. They can all be some killers. But anyways, guys, let's not waste any time. We're pretty much using ESPN's top 10 list. Let's get this thing started, man, with Michigan's very own Franz Wagner. As you guys already know, player comparison is Gordon Hayward. And the reasoning behind this is just the way this guy plays in general. I've seen tons of player comps like Gallinari. Somebody said Lamar Odom. He's honestly one of those all-around players. He's a really solid defender. His offensive game is really solid as well. He can shoot the 3. He's a really fun player to watch. And coincidentally, most mock drafts have this man going to Charlotte. For me, Gordon Hayward makes the most sense. He's a really solid prospect. Him next to Melo, that might actually be a fun team to actually watch. The next player on this list comes out of Tennessee, and that is Keon Johnson. Keon Johnson, to me, he reminds me a lot of Jalen Brown, and yeah, I get it. They don't play completely the same, but just coming out of college, Keon Johnson to me is such a raw prospect, and that was the same case for Jalen Brown. Initially, Jalen Brown coming out of California, he was always a really athletic, a really good defender, a mediocre offensive game, and the same thing kind of applies to Keon Johnson here. For him, it's just really important he lands in the right situation. It's no secret, Jalen Brown struggled his first year. His second year, he got way better. His third year, he got better. His fourth year, he got better. He keeps on getting better, and the same thing is gonna apply to Keon Johnson. Coming out of the University of Connecticut is James Bouknight. And James Bouknight, I mean, I said it in my last video. I said that he was one of the more underrated players in this year's draft. And yeah, he's moved up everyone's listings just off of the combine alone. And this guy is just a pure bucket. He's such a talented and gifted offensive player. He actually reminds me a lot of CJ McCollum, and this boy gets buckets when needed. Ultimately, I don't think that James Bouknight will ever be a superstar, but star potential is definitely there. This guy can go out there, he can get you a bucket at all 3 levels. Davion Mitchell, yo, Baylor University took Baylor to the natty, and so many people are drawing up comparisons between Davion and Donovan Mitchell. They were kind of playing the same way, the same number 45, all of that stuff. But to me, I'm seeing a lot more of Jrue Holiday. I mean, there's tons of similarities there defensively, and I think that defense is actually going to end up being his calling card. And this guy is just a dog. He literally has that kind of mentality, and that's something I think that Jrue Holiday has as well. The next player up is Scottie Barnes out of Florida State University. This man is Draymond Green, and you guys already know. Another player who would be insane on the Golden State Warriors, which this is a possibility, is Ben Simmons. He's a current day Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, a really good defender, a really good playmaker, but his offensive game does need development. Don't sleep though. He ain't afraid of dunking the ball the same way Ben Simmons is, but Scottie Barnes is an amazing floor general for his size. His defensive potential is there as well, and this guy, superstar, I don't really know, but any team Scottie Barnes goes to is going to be getting a quality role player, and that's not a diss, man. Draymond is also a role player, and that boy has 3 championships. I think that this guy has the potential to be the steal of this year's draft, the same way Mikal Bridges was in 2018. Jonathan Kuminga. Now, I've seen Kuminga compared to a bunch of different players. I've seen Pascal Siakam. I've seen OG Anunoby. Somebody said DeMar DeRozan, which was a little weird to me. I think Jeff Green. And this is another guy that I personally think it's going to take a few seasons, maybe 1 or 2 seasons to actually develop his game. Already though, he's super athletic, his defense is already there. His jump shot isn't completely there yet, but it's getting better and better as the months go on. And actually, he's very comfortable taking a jumper. He's not afraid to, and I know that that's something that he's actually working on every single day. And finally, guys, we got the top players, and I'm gonna be going way more in depth. But before I do that, one honorable mention, and that's Moses Moody. I had to cover him because I've been saying it. This boy is a bucket. He reminds me so much of Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton plays both ways. And let's be honest, he don't really be doing anything crazy, but like he'll go out there and get a bucket. This man has one of the smoothest jump shots in the entire draft class. Like guys, the jumper is perfect. The jumper falls, and he's actually somebody that can be relied on. And that's why he reminds me so much of Chris Middleton. And ultimately, I think that next to a superstar player, he can really excel. Jalen Suggs coming out of Gonzaga. Finding a modern day player was kind of difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, people said George Hill, and I was like, I don't really know about that. I'm thinking Chauncey Billups. And you know, guys, out of everybody in the top 4, I think Jalen Suggs has the least star potential. And that's not as a diss, because I think that he will have a lot of success in the NBA. Kind of similar to Chauncey Billups. I wouldn't ever say Chauncey was a superstar top 10 player ever, but this guy is a finals MVP. And I think that Jalen Suggs will end up providing that for whichever team he goes to. This guy is a winning player who's always willing to sacrifice and make the right play if necessary. I get it. He lost the national championship. He was literally a true freshman. I gotta be honest, he was the only player on that entire team who looked like they deserved to actually be out there. Jalen Suggs is a two-way player, a great playmaker, a shot maker, a big shot maker. We saw what he did against UCLA, bruh. This guy has it in him, and this guy's gonna be amazing on whichever NBA team picks him up. And that's why he reminds me a lot of Chauncey Billups. Evan Mobley is one of the most talented big men I've seen in the last few drafts. He's like 7 foot tall. He can actually move with the ball, and he actually has the offense and a defensive game. And I've seen a lot of crazy comparisons. ESPN said Chris Bosh offense, AD defense. That's like the greatest player ever, bro. Like, let's stop. However, he does remind me a lot of Chris Bosh, and that's probably the closest comparison that I even have, just because of the way that they actually play. However, AD defense is like different. I don't know about that. His defense could be elite though. He can actually shoot the ball. He's really athletic, and he can kind of dribble the ball as well. His defense is kind of the same. He can actually guard the pick and roll fairly well, which actually makes him stand out a lot. I know that some people think that Cade is like the lock for like #1. I think that these top 3 guys, every single one has their own argument, and Mobley should definitely be a part of that discussion. Heading on to number 2, we got our boy Jalen Green, future Rocket. I've been on record, and I will keep on saying this. I think Jalen Green is the best player in this year's class. My comp for him is Zach LaVine. This guy is the best shot creator in the entire draft. It's not even close. He's super explosive, deadly first step. This guy is going to be a combo guard once he gets into the NBA, similar to Zach LaVine, and I think that he has no weaknesses really in his game. Of course, his defense could get better. I think that offensively, he can shoot, he can score. His passing isn't bad. He just has not been asked to really do it as much, but I do think that he's an above average passer as well. I think that he's gonna excel next to Kevin Porter in Houston. I think that Jalen Green is gonna be great. And the last player we're gonna be talking about is Cade Cunningham, coming out of Oklahoma State, the 6'8" guard. I've seen people say Luka. To me, Luka don't really make sense. I think Ben Simmons, but with way more confidence. Like, this guy can actually shoot the ball. This guy will actually go out there and score. Defensively, the potential is also there as well, and I think that Cade is really gonna stand out. This guy's a 6'8" point guard. He has excellent physical tools. He really knows how to use his body, and yeah, he pretty much knows how to do everything well. He's really just a all-around player. He did really good at Oklahoma State, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this man does in Detroit. And that's where we're gonna end off this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about some of my player comparisons, and let me know your player comps in the comment section below. I really am looking forward to reading all of them. Go ahead and like this video, go ahead and subscribe, and check out my mock draft, man. The 2021 NBA draft is this Thursday, and I cannot wait. It's gonna be a great day. Let me know what you guys think about this year's draft. And other than that, y'all, like this video, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see y'all boys in the next one. Peace, y'all.